I have just gotten a legal complaint from Roblox. I'm not even joking. They have sent a cease and desist letter to me, and they've gone ahead and banned every account I own. And you might be wondering, what heinous crime did you commit to possibly deserve that? Well, what I did was get predators arrested on their platform. Actually, 6 of them. I got 6 predators arrested within the Roblox community. Some of them, the crimes are so heinous, I can't even say here on TikTok or wherever this is going. And the thing that's crazy about it is that Roblox has taken a more firm action against me, a person getting these people arrested, a person that law enforcement has made public statements saying that they are glad when people like me go ahead and give them information so that they can arrest these people. Roblox has sent me the cease and desist letter, not these predators. That is absolutely insane.
All right, I know I said I was going to step back from doing commentary on current events and go back to my old school long-form documentary deep dive format and style, and I have. But I seriously cannot resist discussing these absolutely outrageous recent developments in the Roblox community. If you're a regular participant in my live streams, or are in the groups, you know I literally can't shut up about how dangerous certain apps and games are for kids, especially Roblox. I even shared this video in a group just this past week.
So the kids app Roblox is now launching a dating feature. And y'all are still going to sit there and tell me that that app is for kids? I don't care how many parental controls are in place. I don't care how much you say you watch your child. It's physically impossible to monitor your child for every second of every day. And I would know this because I'm a former Child Protective Services investigator and a mother of 3. I do not find that the Roblox app is appropriate for children. Not only is there a large number of PDF files on that app who are literally looking to engage and talk to your child, but the characters within Roblox can engage in sexual positions together. There's also a chat feature that PDF files use to talk to children, and they say very inappropriate things on there. And while yes, there are certain parental controls and you can disable the chat feature, even with all of those precautions, your child can still end up seeing something explicit. And on top of all of this, 2 days ago, Roblox just announced that they're launching a dating feature within the game. Please tell me how a game that has a dating feature is appropriate for children. I just personally think that in a world where there's so many game options, Roblox doesn't have to be one of them. And before you say you're just one of those parents, you don't know what you're talking about, I'm literally a gamer. I game for fun. That is what I do on my downtime. Sometimes I game with my kids and we play the same games. And with that being said, Roblox is not for little kids.
I'm not going to say I told you so, but I am going to make sure we drive this point all the way home. The past few months, there have been reports of kids being lured from online games and communities seemingly meant for kids, who were then abducted and had heinous crimes committed against them. I'm on the verge of annoying about online safety, but the digital world has only gotten scarier, and children are way more easily accessible by those who wish to do harm. I know when I was first getting online, the amount of things I had no business seeing at such a young age, and it's only gotten far worse. I remember early on perusing the Yahoo chat rooms, being curious and naive, and answering truthfully when people would ask ASL. The second I'd mention my age, I'd have dozens of private messages coming in, making convo, and they were all weirdos. But as a kid, I had no idea I was speaking to a bunch of bloodthirsty sickos. I assumed I was speaking to a bunch of other kids, and how that shaped my youth and perception of the world most certainly had a negative impact that I probably still am not sure of the full extent. We're all still learning about what kind of impact this age of information has had on us as we go. My generation was basically the guinea pigs. We were the first to have access to messengers like AOL and MSN, the first to be able to instant message with video chat, witness the transition to everyone having cell phones, and then them having cameras, and so on. So many major technological advances we experienced and witnessed. And sure, that gives us an edge against would-be predators, but the technology and ways in which they do their bidding has only further evolved and improved. And we must be all the more diligent when it comes to proactive online safety. Recently, a 22-year-old content creator that goes by the name of SCHLEP has been served a cease and desist order after having all of his accounts banned from Roblox for predator hunting on their platform.
I have just gotten a legal complaint from Roblox. I'm not even joking. They have sent a cease and desist letter to me, and they've gone ahead and banned every account I own. And you might be wondering, what heinous crime did you commit to possibly deserve that? Well, what I did was get predators arrested on their platform. Actually, 6 of them. I got 6 predators arrested within the Roblox community. Some of them, the crimes are so heinous, I can't even say here on TikTok or wherever this is going. And the thing that's crazy about it is that Roblox has taken a more firm action against me, a person getting these people arrested, a person that law enforcement has made public statements saying that they are glad when people like me go ahead and give them information so that they can arrest these people. Roblox has sent me the cease and desist letter, not these predators. That is absolutely insane. And the other thing that's crazy about this is Roblox itself. It is a predator haven. There are games on Roblox like XYZ Public Bathroom Simulator. That's about 7 million visits, and the whole premise of the game is showering together with kids. That is the whole game. If you join it, you're going to see predators, you're going to see naked avatars, you're going to see people peeing and all this sort of weird stuff. If I was a parent and I saw that, I would be outraged. I would be totally outraged. And parents aren't aware of this, and it's so sad. I get emails from kids daily about all the horrible stuff that they're exposed to. I get emails from parents talking about what their kids were exposed to. And there are so many predators on this platform. It is actually unreal. So it's quite crazy to see Roblox go after me, a person trying to get predators arrested off of their platform, than the predators. Why? I don't get it. I don't understand.
Apparently, this is a bigger threat to the community than the predators themselves, further highlighting the very personal stance and actions Schlep has chosen to take. As the story goes, Schlep had his own traumatic experiences via Roblox in his youth, and this is what compelled him to take action against it as he's gotten older.
When I was a kid, I was groomed on Roblox by a popular developer. He manipulated me. He used power dynamics over me and frequently exposed me to gore and not safe for work material and loads of other stuff that a kid should never see. It was so bad that I actually made an attempt. While I was in the hospital, my mom contacted Roblox. They brushed her off. That predator went on to groom more victims before Roblox finally banned him. Years later, by the way. Even after that, I stayed on the platform. I loved the community, but as I ran Maliboomer, I kept spotting these predators, even in an innocent sandbox theme park game. Then I started SCHLEP, and the emails from victims got worse every single day. And that's when I started catching predators on Roblox, and that's when my fate got sealed on this platform.
This isn't much different than what creators like Alex Rosen are doing. Alex and Schlep have even collaborated on a predator hunt together. Alex has been doing this type of thing for quite some time now, and is very by the books, working alongside law enforcement.
I know where it hurts, I feel it, shifting gears and I can't go back.
Thank you.
Money in my
Hey, guns
purse,
are cops
that
here for whatever reason. I'll call you back.
Woke up early morning, thirst trap and dad. Your Microsoft
No problem.
Yo, Gap. Where is your team, man? Aren't you welcome to these dingbats? Left home and brought rings back. Throw the carpet out.
Probably want to know is if it was consensual, if the recording was consensual.
Oh, yeah. We have everything for
Industry niggas be needing me. I'm on the edge like BDB. Once I get that champagne in me, this Kumo Divers busy beat. Ha! They're my legacy. Ha! What you got for me? 14.
All right, guys, what's up? This is Maury King over there. We're in Polk County, the land of Grady Judd, and he was messaging who we believe to be a 14-year-old girl, pretty soon online. He ends up admitting to possessing 40 images of pizza, and he's been viewing for years, and he has a long life of carnage ahead of him. If he wasn't stopped today, special thanks to Ruben Sim and his friend Schlep for kind of bringing this guy to our attention, and I believe we're going to see an arrest very soon. This is Polk County, Florida.
Predator hunting communities have sprung up across the nation as more people are waking up and smelling the coffee. The experience that Schlep has, being an alleged victim that literally grew up within this other world, that my generation can't even begin to understand all the ins and outs of, makes him a valuable asset to the community he's trying to protect.
I got a 27-year-old Roblox predator arrested in real life at gunpoint. He tried to meet up with our decoy in real life, but before this, he was saying some pretty crazy things.
You're so hot.
You look so pretty.
We found this guy in a Roblox condo Discord server, and over the next 19 days, he would come up with this systematic plan to meet up with this person in real life.
Tiffany, I have a question.
But instead, Gideon flew out there.
Welcome back to a brand new episode of EDP Watch.
The Predator drove 3 hours.
I'm here at the gas station.
And what happened next didn't end well.
You came here to meet a 14-year-old girl. I'm telling Kara why you were here. Huh?
Since receiving this legal notice, Schlep has been so gracious as to share examples of what's going on in the world of Roblox that parents need to be aware of.
Roblox, why do you allow this game? This is a public bathroom game where the whole premise is to shower with kids, bro. This is a Predator in it. 36 male for younger with cam. How can you make this sentence on a children's platform? By the way, advertised as safe. This is a safe game, apparently. I mean, the stuff that's being allowed on Roblox, I mean, look at this. This is called a map. It stands for something pretty bad. And there's a community of these people on this kids game, bro. I don't know if I can explain what this flag is, but it is crazy. These people are everywhere on Roblox, and they are trying to groom kids. Roblox, we gotta have a serious talk, bro. There is literally something wrong here. Something very, very wrong when you're doing this.
He's also received a lot of praise and gratitude from parents and other alleged victims for the work he's done so far.
We have been asking Roblox for an internal contact for almost a year. We now have 4 arrests tied to our investigations. We've offered to handle things privately and quietly and professionally behind the scenes. We don't have to do that in any way, but we're doing it so stuff like this does not happen. But Roblox, they ignore us. They don't care, only until we go public.
If anything, the legal action Roblox has taken has only brought more attention to the very serious problem in their attempt to silence those exposing it, with many big creators that aren't even part of the Roblox community coming to Schlepp's defense and spreading awareness.
Roblox is a platform that needs no introduction, yet every time I talk about it, I feel compelled to remind people that this is like one of the most profitable things on the planet. This game has become more popular than oxygen, but I'm sure all of you already know that. There's not a soul on this planet that hasn't at least heard the name Roblox. You could live underground just feeding off dirt, and somehow I'm sure the name Roblox made it down to the subterranean culture. Like, it is actually that big. But for some parents that stay in the know about the happenings on the online space, Roblox is a name that might send some shivers down your spine, because there is a big problem in the community that has existed for a while, one that the Roblox headquarters plugs its ears to and even actively tries to bury or dissuade people from trying to solve the problem themselves. That problem being predators.
The biggest gaming platform out there, Roblox, is protecting pedophiles. That is what you're seeing some saying after the platform banned the YouTuber Schleb due to his Catch a Predator style content that he was running in the game. And according to Schlep, the company sent him a cease and desist a few days ago and claimed he had violated their terms and services for engaging in simulated child endangerment conversations, sharing or soliciting personally identifiable information, and directing users to move conversations off platform. And around the same time, you had the company releasing new terms of service that would ban vigilante groups from the platform and saying that those involved could have their accounts terminated. And
I've literally felt so lost in trying to get the attention of Roblox regarding these predators. I've created binders with all the chat logs, and I've sent it to their headquarters in San Mateo, California. This is the first time Roblox has ever directly reached me out. Instead of trying to say, hey, we want to work with you, or literally giving me a line to report these people, or simply saying, don't make these videos anymore, we're gonna ban you, Roblox just terminated every account I own and sent me this cease and desist letter. My account Maliboomer, a family-friendly sandbox gaming theme park channel that I've run since the pandemic. This is actually my first Roblox account. One of the hats that I wore on this avatar was actually something I got at a STEM event where I met Roblox administrators. That channel, it pays my rent. Roblox has made it clear that I'm banned from ever accessing the platform again, and I don't think I'm going to be able to upload on that channel anymore.
I think about this, and I think to myself, I'm like, how would I feel if this happened to me in WoW? And it would bother me a lot if I got my account banned or something like this. And so, like, for a lot of us, like, we're probably a lot older than this guy is. So, like, the idea of, like, getting your Roblox account banned is, like, a meme for kids. But like, if I think about this from my WoW account, I can understand where he's coming from. I can see why he feels this way.
People are outraged not only at the situation, but the justification for his being banned. Engaging in simulated child endangerment conversations, sharing or soliciting personal information, directing users to move conversations off platform. If they were this strict and enacting their due diligence, the community wouldn't need to take it into their own hands.
It's important to speak with the right resources to understand how vigilante individuals groups operate, violating policies around sharing personally identifiable information, engaging in sexual conversations, lying about their ages, all while having a profit motive to evade detection instead of providing companies like ours with all the information to take the necessary action. Roblox, we have reached out to you regarding felony arrests we've gotten, and you've only taken action after the video has gone public. That's way too late. They're mad that I'm lying about my age? Bro, if there was a real kid, they would be getting groomed. What even are you saying? What just an astronomically horrible double down.
If they were this strict and enacting their due diligence, the community wouldn't need to take it into their own hands. So naturally, the majority is now under the impression that the CEO of Roblox, David Baszucki, must have an affinity for children himself. Because why else would they take this stance against someone who was once allegedly victimized on their platform? Now, Roblox content creators of all forms have banded together and are threatening a mass exodus from their partnership program. Many who are planning to chant FreeSCHLEP at the upcoming Roblox Developers Conference. Creek Craft is a major gaming influencer, specifically in the Roblox sphere, who has taken a very strong stance against the actions of the Roblox Corporation, threatening to not attend this year's Roblox Developers Conference, which is invite only for the biggest Roblox influencers.
Schlepps, another YouTuber, Roblox YouTuber, he got a cease and desist this morning from Roblox, basically saying that he is like permanently banned off the platform, can't talk about Roblox, can't do anything with Roblox or they will sue him, right? Kind of basically like what they did with Ruben Sim. And like, look, I've disagreed with some of the practices or, you know, certain situations that you know, he may have taken. There may have been, you know, better ways to do X or Y. But I think overall, you know, knowing him, and knowing the team that's kind of like around him and like behind him, along with like some of the other YouTubers, right? Like Gideon, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Embarrassing if not. I met the guy in real life. But you know, like knowing these people, it's like they're not maliciously doing this. They don't have malicious intent, right? They're doing this because Roblox is failing to do their job, right? And like, look, I'll say this, and hopefully I don't get in trouble for this, but you know, if I do, whatever, screw it, right? When does that stop me? Here's the thing. I know Roblox does a lot of moderation stuff behind the scenes. I know there is a lot of stuff that they you know, go through and do on a daily basis, right? The amount of people that they sue, that they go after legally, like I have seen it. I have been to Roblox headquarters. I have talked to these people. I have seen some of the stuff. I can't talk in detail because obviously NDA, right? I'm legally not allowed to, but like I know Roblox does it. The problem is they don't do... It seems like they don't do enough of it. They don't do a great job, at least with like the forward-facing situations. There is a lot of stuff that slips through the cracks. There is a lot of situations that they just completely miss or they completely miss the ball on. Like, for example, the Teddy situation. That's crazy. Every developer I talk to, every YouTuber I talk to, universally, unequivocally agreed that Teddy should be banned from the platform. Roblox did not ban him, right? So it is a situation of like what Roblox sees as an issue and what the community sees as an issue are like two completely different things. Like we're on two completely different paths.
Creek Craft has also gotten in touch with Congressman Roana to raise more awareness regarding Roblox child safety issues. He issued this statement.
There is a growing issue in our country with Roblox, an online gaming platform, and the abuse of children. Roblox is simply not doing enough to protect our kids, to inform parents, and to go after child predators. As you know, I have been leading the fight for the full release of the Epstein files. I believe in transparency, and I believe in protecting our children. Today, I'm calling on people to sign a petition. Let's get to 1 million signatures by Friday to push Roblox to do more to protect our children and to prosecute predators. We need to keep our kids safe online.
As a platform that is definitely not made with children's safety in mind, but while primarily appealing to children, the most disgusting part is that they accuse SCHLEP of being profit-motivated, which if anything is a projection of their own agenda, since it's safe to assume that adults using the platform constitute to the majority of their profits. Siding with potential predators on their platform is due to their direct corporate interest of protecting their own profit margins. And the legal action they're taking is an attack on those who are a threat to their bottom line versus those who are a threat to kids.
When the CEO recently announced that they plan on adding an adult dating feature to Roblox, a game that was initially created for children, that solidified for me that I made the best choice possible with my 7-year-old child's safety in mind to do a complete kibosh on Roblox. I cannot make Roblox a safe enough place for my child, even with parental controls on, even with the chat feature off, because Roblox does not value child safety the way I value child safety. We are not on the same level. They value people staying on the game for a really long time. They value making money. I value my child's safety. When I see 14 and 15 and 16-year-olds who can confirm that I'm making a wise choice and are saying it is not a place for children, that also confirms it for me. When Roblox, a game designed for children, with children in mind, allows 30, 40, and 50-year-olds to get on and play, that doesn't make any sense to me. And those same people who potentially have ill intentions, when they are able to make a game and rate the maturity level, if they have ill intentions towards children, do you think they're rating a game that should be rated mature if they want children to be able to play it? No. So in our house, there will be no Roblox.
In fact, according to the Roblox Corporation themselves, their monthly player base includes half of all American children under the age of 16. So they obviously have some kind of duty to protect them, you'd think. Roblox continues to dominate the concurrent player charts, when in June of 2025, they had over 16 million players participating in their Grow a Garden event at the same time. If that doesn't tell you we need to get back to nature and community, I don't know what will, but Roblox is obviously not going away anytime soon, and for the amount of people allowing devices to raise their children, those running these apps and games need to take all the more responsibility about the type of gameplay and interactions their young players are able to engage in and what they're exposed to. Nearly all of the content is user-generated. The games, chat rooms, virtual events like concerts, and when its player base exploded during lockdowns, perhaps it was much too fast and got away from them. But to then attack the good guys on their platform.
All right, y'all, man. So this is breaking news. You guys know that on this channel, we catch Roblox predators. And you guys also know that the person that gets us these dudes, his name is Schlep. He is a up-and-coming YouTuber. He makes fantastic videos, and he's also great at what he does, and that is finding, locating, and catching child predators on the Roblox app. Us working together, I believe we've caught 5 to 6 dudes, and I believe out of those 6 dudes, 5 of them have gotten arrested. I mean, the work we've done together has been amazing, but that is looking like it's about to end because Roblox just put out this cease and desist letter to him. He literally sent it to me yesterday. I was busy because it was the Sabbath, but now that it's over, we're going to go over this, y'all. It says, "We write on behalf of Roblox Corporation. This letter serves as a formal cease and desist." So cease and desist meaning cut that crap out. So that's basically what they're saying. They're like, hey, stop protecting kids on our app. Notice regarding your unauthorized and harmful activities on the Roblox platform. You know, all the preds and stuff, all the lolly stuff that they have on there, all of the map communities that they have on there that are like, developers have created this stuff, right? All of that stuff isn't harmful, and we're going to allow that. But you actually catching and leading to arrest on these dudes, that's harmful.
Now, I should mention that there is a parental control system, which was expanded and improved upon in November of 2024, but not before a lot of damage was already done and the legal consequences began mounting. Parents can set limits for children under 13, but being what appears to be a made-for-kids game, I don't think most parents would even think they'd have to worry about this. But there is a real and present danger lurking behind the screen, embedded in these colorful and seemingly kid-friendly games.
So y'all, unfortunately, I was correct. The last time I talked about Roblox was when I said that Roblox is a predatory company. They only care about money, publicity, and their image, and that they go out of their way to shield people who are predators and harmful to children on Roblox for money. And if you've seen the recent Schlepp situation, it's just sad. Just like Ruben Sim, Roblox is suing Schlep. Quite literally the same situation, one for one. As a matter of fact, Roblox is looking to sue anybody who fits the description of what they call vigilante groups. Basically, it's anybody who goes out of their way to be doing what Ruben Sim and Schlep have been doing. Catching predators, moderating Roblox for them. And now Schlep is getting sued.
The family of a 13-year-old who was lured from her grandmother's home in Des Moines, Iowa, via Roblox in May of 2025, and became embedded in an exploitation network that spanned across state lines, is suing the Roblox Corporation for negligence and prioritizing profits over children's safety. In April of 2025, a 10-year-old from California was contacted through Roblox and invited to Discord, where they were later abducted and found at a strip mall 250 miles away from home. Their family has also filed a suit against both Roblox and Discord for their failures to protect minors just this past month. A 16-year-old from Texas was approached by someone posing as a counselor who manipulated the creation and exchange of media before traveling to her home and, well, I'm sure you can fill in the blanks. Her family is the third to file a suit against Roblox in recent months, citing negligence and failure to protect its younger users. A 14-year-old Californian was victimized in 2022. This led to a conviction. Police reports again citing both Roblox and Discord. A 9-year-old boy from Georgia was manipulated and coerced into creating and sharing media. The subsequent lawsuit was filed this past week. An attorney representing one of these alleged victims asserts that we will see hundreds of similar suits being filed in the coming months, as a clear pattern has begun emerging. There has also been a self-harm trend surfacing, where certain cult-like groups are not only coercing children to create and share harmful media, but content of them harming themselves in a variety of ways. The more extreme, the more clout is earned by users within these groups, extracting said material from alleged victims. One such notorious group is referred to as 764, which denotes its name by the area code of where it was founded, by Bradley Cadenhead, a teenager from Stephenville, Texas, which only further underlines the importance of children's safety in online gaming. Because it's not just predatory adults you need to be wary of.
Tonight, a WPBF 25 News investigation into a dangerous online network targeting children. Now it's reaching into Palm Beach County.
We first told you on Tuesday about 764, a global collective luring children into dark, abusive acts. The FBI says some members plot to overthrow governments and create chaos, but the bigger threat? They're focused on children, using gaming platforms like Roblox to build trust and then manipulate kids into making sexual content. From there, the abuse escalates.
I cannot say enough to scare you. If you are not paying attention to what your kids are doing on their phones, you need to.
Our investigative reporter Terry Parker has been looking into this group for days now and joins us from the newsroom.
Terry, we know that you and investigators believe members of 764 have already targeted people right here in our area.
That's exactly right. The FBI says they are investigating hundreds of 764 cases across the country, some right here in our area. Just last summer, a suspected member of 764 threatened to blow up the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office.
As of May of 2025, the FBI has opened 250 investigations into this network, spanning across their 55 field offices. The most horrifying aspect of this particular group is that their end game for many of these alleged victims is having them end their life on a live stream. I don't really want to go into too many details about the sadistic exploitation of the numerous known victims listed on the 764 wiki page. I think you get the idea, just from what I've explained so far, that this is way beyond just a predator and prey situation. This is psychological warfare and barbaric sadism, and the Roblox community is not having it anymore. Schlep is the proverbial straw that broke the camel's back. Protests and user-generated minigames have sprung up all over the platform with the now trending hashtag FreeSCHLEP. But as if they're purposely adding fuel to the fire, Roblox retaliated by suspending users using that hashtag. This is the verge of all-out digital warfare.
You know what I mean? Uh-oh. 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 Oh, I'm not banned. Okay. Well, they got us, chat. They got us. We're rebels on the run. It's over, bro. Man, they got that game faster than... Wait, let me look. Let me look. Let me look. Let me look. Hold on. Hold on. Let me just take a look. Maybe they got these games too. No, they're still up. Maybe if we play, maybe we should do the funeral in public shower simulator. That way
Roblox has approximately 85 million daily active users. But if those users' favorite developers and creators start exiting stage left, this will surely put a dent in their bottom line.
I've decided that I'm going to leave the Roblox Star program. I probably don't need to even make this video explaining why. I think the circumstances are pretty obvious. I mean, look, it's not an easy decision, and probably it's a bad decision for me because, like, obviously I'm losing that connection to Roblox. If I get banned, well, then who's going to unban me? No one, right? Like, it's just me at this point, right? Probably won't be going to RDC anymore. You know, there's a lot of opportunities that will stop, you know, going on the table now due to this. But I feel like it's the right thing to do. You know, I was back in, I was around during the STAR program's initial inception. I was actually the first person in the STAR program. If you go to the group, you can actually see I was the first, like, YouTuber in it. And I feel like this decision isn't based entirely on the Schlepp situation, and I feel like the Schlepp situation isn't even an issue that just randomly popped up. This has been a situation that's been bubbling for years, an ongoing situation where Roblox just refuses to acknowledge, refuses to listen to the community, and address the issues that are in it.
The situation is evolving rapidly. And not only has Schlep retained legal counsel and made an official statement, but Louisiana's Attorney General Liz Murrill filed a lawsuit against Roblox, alleging that the site is far too explicit for children, and for their failures to protect children.
Louisiana takes aim at a popular online gaming website it says is rife with child exploitation and sexual abuse.
Andres Fuentes spoke with some local parents concerned about Roblox. One of the top gaming sites in the world now in the crosshairs of the Louisiana Attorney General, after Liz Murrill called the lack of child safety measures on Roblox concerning.
It's basically open season for sex predators on this app.
Roblox is a massive online gaming site where people create avatars, chat with people from across the world, and play games with them too. In a new lawsuit from her office, Murrah alleges that some of the content on the site is too sexually explicit for children. There's also not enough protections from child predators, and that it's a free-for-all for anyone at any age to create an account.
Dozens of Roblox partners are now exiting the STAR program, and many longtime players and developers have started boycotting the game. The unified energy of the community in defense of SCHLEP and in advocacy for child safety is absolutely glorious. The Roblox stock is tanking as Roblox response continues to enrage and disappoint, and if it couldn't get any better, even Chris Hansen himself has gotten in contact with SCHLEP, showing interest in making a documentary about the situation, as if the dire need for better child safety and protections in general had to come full circle for society to realize how bad it really is.
You may have heard that my streaming crime network, True Blue, and I are investigating the exploitation of children on the popular gaming platform Roblox. Well, it's absolutely true, and we're deep into it. I've already interviewed law enforcement investigators and victims of this horrible activity. And we have some collaborators, some people who've been working in this space, including SCHLEP, who have committed to help us in this endeavor. Will Roblox actually say anything about it? Will it make any changes? We're going to do our best to hold them accountable. Stay tuned. We're working hard on this project.